Let's talk about week 5 first. So I see everybody's submissions here. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Well, hopefully. All right, you all should be able to see my screen. Um, so I just want to give you a look at what we're gonna cover in week 5, after we go through your midterms and your character um, turnaround images, which I don't know how many of you all. Okay, looks like people have submitted, but I don't see your, that's weird. Melvin, did you submit something? Looks like you submitted, but it's not showing up. Like I only see Janet's. Everybody else, I don't see a submission.
Yeah, I submitted it. I like inserted it. It,
Oh, okay. It takes
it
a
should
while.
pop up
It's
like that.
taking my computer a while to load. Okay, I see it now. You all should see it too. Okay, got it. All right, that was my computer. All right, so okay, so before we jump into the midterms and then go over our character sketches, let me just tell you all what's going on. It doesn't look like much, but it's a lot. Week 5 and then week 6 next week, which is going to be similar in terms of like it's not going to be too much. Um, but it's going to be a lot. Like, all this stuff you all did in the last 2 weeks, plus the midterm, plus all of this, might seem like a lot, but it wasn't. Hopefully you all got through all of this. But week 5, basically, what we're going to do is talk about your character. So the final project is basically you're designing your character and you're making your character do a couple of things: walk, run, jump, and die. But you'll also have additional things that your character will be doing, like a speech and a certain move. So I haven't so a couple of things I need to apologize for. First of all, I did not get a chance to submit all the grades. So I'm gonna work on that because I was like really this whole week it took all the strength, extra energy that I had, went to my into the computer graphics class and their grades and midterm projects and stuff. But with you all, I know that for the most part, most of you, majority of you all are doing pretty well. So I'm not too worried about it. And just know that if you got a good grade on the midterm, um, which is kind of one of the things I was waiting for, is once we go over your midterm submissions, then we can kind of go over then you can kind of understand what kind of standing you have in this class. So once we go over the midterm, I'll do all the grades. That way, it's kind of like your midterm grade, and that's it'll be everything up to week 5. So that's why I also didn't like rush to put the grades in. Also, I know that some of you all didn't submit everything. So if you haven't, hurry up and do it this week. Like I said, from the beginning of the semester, if you fall behind like the first or second week, you're pretty much going to be playing catch up for the rest of the semester. And I think some, not, thankfully, it's like just one or two of you all that are in that position. So this week we're gonna look at basically um, thinking more about your character. I'm gonna go over your Illustrator character assignment, which is to take your character drawing that you did, your character turnaround, and using that as your reference to create your character in the three-quarter view. We're gonna make that three-quarter view is what you're going to use to make your characters run and jump and walk and things like that. Then I'm just gonna go talk a little bit if we have time to touch upon a review on keyframe and time codes. And I want to go over preferences in After Effects as well. Preferences, I kind of went over that a couple of times, but I want to go over it in detail with you all. Um, so just know that um, we'll go over all of that. And today, in terms of the actual um, modules, or actual lecture, what I want to do is go over phonemes. The walk cycle, we're going to talk more about it next week, but I just stuck the walk cycle and the face. These are all your assignments for next week. Um, but I will go over the walk cycle lecture, and I posted it up here in case you have extra time to kind of um, start next week's stuff early. If you are one of my more dedicated students and you finish your character in Illustrator earlier, you can get to work on looking at facial features and stuff, but we'll cover that in detail next week. But again, if you happen to just kind of finish your stuff ahead of time, then this will be, then I posted this, something with the facial features and the talking assignment. I posted it early, but notice the due dates. It's not due until 2 weeks from now because this is week 6 stuff. But I just, again, wanted to put it up there so that you all can have kind of like a sneak peek at it. And if you are finished early, you'll get a running start on working on your character. So that's week 5 in a nutshell. And again, like I said, we'll go over that more in detail when we get to it after our critiques.